are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, children, grandparents, whoever's tuning in. Welcome to this week's episode of Weekly Beer and Video Review with Travel Man Dan Show. Woo! All right, getting amped up. Let me fix this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. How we doing? Am I diagonal? How you guys doing out there? Ooh, baby, today's show is gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be really good, and we're off to an awesome start this Sunday as well. You know, every Sunday, if you watch this show, what we talk about, what we do is videos and beer and movies and all kinds of fun stuff. But we always start off, because it is football season, with how the beloved Buffalo Bills did today. And by the looks of it, by the sounds of it, we did awesome. Guys, we kicked the shit, kicked the butt. Sorry about that, YouTube. Don't flag me for that. We beat up Miami 37-20. Very, very good victory. Just really proud of the Buffalo Bills that will move us into 7-3 record with an outstanding win today. We're able to now move into still a secured spot at the wild card. So hopefully the Eagles, let's go Burger Boy Messick. Hopefully the Eagles will knock down the Patriots and we'll be able to maybe somehow finally grab the spot at the end of the year and be the AFC championship, the AFC East champions. What will be really cool and really exciting is, well, if you don't know, I didn't talk about it too much last week, but the December 21st, 22nd, that's a Saturday or a Sunday, Bills versus Patriots in Foxborough. It was what's called a flex game. So basically, the NFL kind of takes a midpoint evaluation of both teams or all the teams together that are on that flex date, and they bump them to the prime time Saturday night instead of Sunday. And, well, the Bills got in. They are going to be on the 21st playing the Patriots. So what would be really good is if that game really counts for a division standing. Of course, it's going to count somewhat, but it'd be great if we were both like, well, that would bring us in probably. It would be really nice if we were both sitting in at about like 9-3, and we had that game, and it was the winner take all type thing. So really looking forward to it. Today's game was awesome. One of the things I really want to point out is how outstanding the defense looks. They shored things up. Now, I know what you're probably saying. It was against Miami, but hey, a win is a win, as they say in an NFL team. Any given Sunday, I'm so excited. I'm stuttering, and you got to pick and choose when you use these kinds of things, because if you're going to stay at one time, you can't go back and retract yourself and say the exact opposite the next week. I'm just really happy that they won. A win is a win, and I'm proud of the Bills. We're now at 7-3, and one of the things I'd like to point out that we looked really good at, well, in particular, is Josh Allen, our quarterback from Wyoming. He is what we thought he was. He's going to be a project. He's going to take some time to develop. No, he's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Lamar Jackson. Okay, Russell Wilson. He's Josh Allen, and he has some pretty good talent around him. And what's really nice is he's coming up on close to 200 completions. I think it's been like 4 or 5 games since he's thrown an interception. So that's really good. He, it come from an era where all of a sudden a rookie quarterback is supposed to be brought in, especially if they're in the top 20 picks. He's supposed to come in the first year and just be like Patrick Mahomes and win 14 games or whatnot, and be the MVP. It's not going to happen all the time, especially when you're playing against competition at Wyoming like Josh Allen was. Well, he's developing at the pace we thought he would be, maybe even a little bit faster than we thought he would be. So really proud of him. Does he make mistakes? Absolutely. Who doesn't in the NFL? But it's all growing pains. Remember, Jim Kelly had two losing seasons before the Bills went on their run. So hopefully this is good things to come. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills really look good. I was really happy. Levi Wallace looked good. He did make an open field tackle that was he didn't make the open field tackle, which I thought he should have, but it is an open field tackle, and like me and my crew that watches the game said, it's open field is a hard tackle. But more than anything, I'm just really proud of the Bills. I'm so excited that we're 7-3, and next week we play the Denver Broncos. which will lead me into the segment. So since we're playing Denver and they're coming to Buffalo, I thought I would go ahead and start off with the beer section of this video with, well, a Colorado beer, a staple. A beer that everyone knows well, and a beer that's fun, it's light, and well, without further ado, I bring in today's first beer, and that is the Silver Bullet, baby, Coors Light. In commemoration of the Broncos coming to town next week, we're going to go try the Coors Light. It is born in the Rockies since 1978, so pretty cool that Coors Light's been around. It is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. I'm not sure what that all means, but it should be pretty cold. I think what it means is even if the beer is in a warmer spot, or if it was cold before, it stays cooler longer. The cold filtration process, when the mountain turns blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. You gotta love Coors Light. I mean, people know this beer. Is it a great, super strong, hip, trendy beer? No. Will you be able to drink about 15 to 20 of them on the beach when you're playing volleyball on a Sunday afternoon in the summertime? Hell yeah, you will. And that's what it's good for. A nice, crisp, easy lager that you can just sit back and drink, have a good time. You're not going to get crushed if you have a six-pack of them. Just a lot of fun. And Coors Light, let me see what the alcohol content is, but it is from Golden, Colorado. The alcohol content is probably pretty low. Oh, there it is in little writing. It is 4% alcohol, so not one of the strongest beers. That's why it says light right here. So, yeah, it's really good for hot summer. Yo, Dan, hey, fresh juice and wild squash. Buddy, good to see you again. You're in 6th grade. I'm happy to hear that. I hope you're having a good time. Please tell all your classmates, all the kids at the school that I say hello. Tell them Mr. D says hi. I miss you guys. And thanks again for joining in on this weekly beer and video review. Unfortunately, you'll just have to listen. You won't be able to participate for a couple more years. But yeah, good to see you. All right. And enjoy 6th grade. All right, so here we go. Let's get into this. Go ahead and crack the can. Now, Coors Light does come in a bottle, but, you know, I wanted to try the can, so here we go. Go ahead and take it. Good to see you, bud. Ooh, that is a good taste. A little bit of a sour taste on the initial one. Okay, no problem. Thanks for coming in. I understand. Have a good Sunday, and I'll see you around. One of my students, love these kids, and you know, just can't say enough about how much they support me. And yeah, it's just good to see you, fresh watermelon and squash, and have a good Sunday. All right, so let's get back into the Coors Light section. The Coors Light is a lot of fun. Like I said, it's light. It almost has like a bit of a sourness to it without being like a rank sour. It's just got that perfect kind of Pilsner beer taste. well, I hope it's a good thing you had asked that, because, well, unfortunately, my acting curtain here just isn't holding up, and I'm switching the background as of next week. So sit back. I'm glad you had put that comment in there. Next week, we're going to go with a different background. I'm experimenting with the set. I'd give it a few months, and that was my plan, to give the show a few months and see how it goes. I'm really enjoying it. I absolutely love getting on here and hanging out with you guys, drinking beers, talking videos. So the next progression was to go ahead and upgrade the set. And so thanks, Phil, for dropping that comment in there. I will have a new background as of next week. Hopefully, I'll be sitting at a bar, if you will. Wink, wink. All right, let's get back into this Coors Light. Fun drink, light, easy. You know, everybody in America knows this one, and well, yeah, we'll go ahead and now get into the videos. So this past week, if you haven't checked out my channel, we went to a new place, a new exotic location, one of the most beautiful places. I go all over the world, man, and I absolutely love it, and I'm going to continue doing it till the day I die. But this week's video, I landed in a country, in a city that I didn't know too much about. I'd only heard about it. I met somebody, and basically who was from this country, and they talked it up a little bit before. If you know anything about my Latvia videos, I was working with a guy from Lithuania, and when I told him about it, he was excited. He broke it down, but I still had zero expectations. I didn't know what to see. I didn't know what I was gonna be into, but wow, holy cow, was I stunned. Stunned. I mean, absolutely loved Vilnius, Lithuania. And if you haven't seen my video, it's up now. Go ahead and check it out. It's when I walk around Vilnius, Lithuania, and I kind of go right off the whim. I don't do any research. I don't do any like technical travel kind of stuff. We'll save that for the Travel Channel or Discovery. I just show up and I just kind of just talk about what I see. And Lithuania was such an exciting place. Each the horizon and the landscape and stuff has got these really cool buildings and lots of crosses and old architecture that's beautiful, and it's got a very medieval feel to it, and it's just a really interesting, cool place. Absolutely loved it. Hope maybe one day I can meet a Lithuanian woman. You know, just saying, maybe, you know, we can tie the knot and, well, I end up sometime living in Vilnius. I mean, I'm just saying, right? Hey, all right. So check out that video. That came out Wednesday. Really fun stuff. Let's go dive back into the Coors Light. Yeah, not going to be wowed by the Coors Light. Just going to, you know, when you're looking for a beer, when you're looking to just get home from a hard day of landscaping, or you're out there roofing, or whatever you're doing, you're just hanging out, and you just want a cold, refreshing beer, Coors Light is not a bad move. All right, let me get into the video Food Friday that came out this past week. As I was saying, Lithuania is such a fun and exciting place, and I had the time of my life there. So this Food Friday, what had happened is I was out all day filming. Going around, walking around, you get tired, you get exhausted. And I went home, I went back to the hotel after filming an episode, took my clothes off, changed a little bit, laid down for a minute, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go out for a quick bite. So I went and strolled around, you know, the old town square or whatever. Well, I stumbled into this place. It had a sign for €2 honey mead shots and beers and things like that. Mead, come on. How many times have you seen a bar or a restaurant where their main thing is mead? And if you haven't ever tried mead, it's I don't even know how to explain it. It's like an old-fashioned alcoholic drink that they drank back in the ye old medieval times. And well, I stumbled on this place. It's called Grüta Bite. I met some wonderful people there. The bartender, Benis. I met an amazing Finnish couple, Nina and her husband, Peter. And I had a really phenomenal time. I was drinking 75% shot honey meat shots. I was getting, you know, if you'll see, I had to stop the video a little early because I was getting a little slurry, and I was getting, be honest with you, I was getting a little drunk. All right, I was drinking beer, I was drinking wine, I was drinking wine with beer, I was drinking shots. Check that video out. Super small place. My bedroom was bigger than this place, but just perfect example of, you know, it's not how big the place is. It's about the people and the stuff inside, you know, and that was a perfect example. I mean, there was literally like 3 people in there, and we just had an all-out blitz riot, had an amazing time, and that video is out on Food Friday, and check it out. So, yeah, if you haven't seen those videos, there they go. Let's go ahead and get into the Coors Light now. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy a good beer like this, especially after a nice win. It's like I'm drinking the Denver Broncos blood. And when you come to Buffalo, and I'll be traveling over there very soon, so be sure to check in, and I'm going to drink the Buffalo blood, which is Labatt's Blue. All right, so stay tuned for that. Now I want to talk about this week and some talking points and things like that. We already went through the Bills. We already got into the beer and stuff like that. Last week's video, all that good stuff. Now it's it leaves me with a very heavy heart, and you know, I don't want to get too much into it. I won't respond to comments and things like that because, well, it just I don't know how else to say this, but I'm gutted. My August high school, who suffered another school shooting this past week, and you know, it's just mindless, senseless stuff. I don't understand it. I don't think anybody does. And if I work in schools all the time with kids, and I just have such an affection for young students and people that are, going through their life, that if you've already graduated through high school, that you already know how much fun it can be. And well, you also probably know how stressful it can be. And it's unfortunate that stressful feeling can overwhelm children and kids and stuff like that, and something horrific like that would happen. But I don't want to get too much into it, but I just I can't get my mind off the people of Saugus. They're fine people. I know people over there. Just really, really nice community. I can't say enough about the good people of Saugus, and the people that I know personally. I care for them very much. I love them, and anytime something like this happens, it's just, it's terrible. And I just wanted to say publicly, I guess, because we're talking on this week's show about you know kids in school and things like that, because it's so close to me. I'm in schools all the time, and we practice these drills and we go through them all the time, and it's always like a fire drill type setting, but should be taken very serious. And America's got to get their shit together. And whatever is going on right now in the subcultures of America, please, no more of this stuff. This is some serious stuff. And I would like to say that my prayers, condolences, thoughts, everything goes out to the people of Saugus and Santa Clarita. Anything I can do, that just please let me know. Shoot down in the comments. Go on my Instagram, DM me if I can help you out in any way. And that means, even if you happen to stumble across this video and you're young, and maybe you say, like, you're going through some stuff, man. If I could ever help a human being out, I always will. I don't ever want to see something like this or hear anything like this ever happening. And there's people out there, and I'm one of those people. So I'd like to extend myself. If I can ever help you out, just let me know. And if that means just a phone call, a message, or something that gets your spirits up and let you know that there's people out there, I'm talking to you. And I'm talking to the people that have ever witnessed or been a part of this. Prayers and condolences. And I really feel for Saugus. So without getting too down and dark, that's always going to be my mind. Let's go roll into the next segment that I want to talk about. And well, that is what went down this week. And well, if you watched last week, you might have seen how, you might have heard how I was doing some improv, and our class, our little baby class, is growing up. Remind me of my boss when he was saying. So our class was a part of an open kind of showcase, kind of event night. I go do improv at LA Comedy Connection in Burbank, California. It's awesome. If you ever want to see the show, let me know in the comments below or DM me. I'll hook you up with tickets. You can come see us. But sometimes they go ahead and they book these other shows, and we did a showcase show, I guess, with our entire school, or comedy troupe, I guess, over at Sal's Comedy Hall on Melrose. It was a lot of fun. Our group put up 4 skits. A lot of fun to be there and be in that environment. This is not easy. It's definitely a skill and a tool that I never had, but I'm sharpening it, and I'm getting better and better. And it's something that, I like to go and be part of performance, and be on stage, and be part of the people that are creating things so much that well, even if I guess if I'm the worst one in the room, then I got room to improve, and that's a good thing. But we had a great time out there. My class, we had a lot of fun, and all the students, all the other classes, they were absolutely hysterical. I hope I get to work with you guys in some type of capacity again. And then we had the master people, the teachers and stuff like that. And wow, Dallas, Kent, the other guy, you guys are freaking hilarious. And yeah, always looking to better improve myself as an artist, as an actor, as a funny man, as an entertainer, as a host. It all kind of packages and balls together, and then, well, we'll see what the universe allows us to create. But if you're not out there practicing, you're not out there creating, what the hell are you doing this for? And it was so much fun to go out there. So yeah, thanks a lot for that great week. That great Thursday was outstanding, and real proud of my class for doing good. All right, let's go back into the Coors Night. All right, well, They hold true to their labeling. I've been drinking this beer now for 19 minutes, minus a few, so I would say 15 minutes. That last swig was still cold. Oh, that's right. I forgot to point this out. For those of you that don't know, if you don't drink a lot of beer, or you're not from the States and stuff, one of the cool things about Coors Light, and I wish I could show you guys, is when it gets ice cold, these little mountains turn blue. All right, that's why this can is really cool. So if that's a buying point, a selling point, something you want to see, check it out. You know, I don't get paid for any of these beers that I review. I'd love to, especially Labatt's Blue. What do you say, a Buffalo guy like me? But I just have a fun time, and if I can promote your company, talk about your beer in a good way, positive way, fun to drink, you know, hell, free advertising, I guess, for you. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, right? All right, let's get into the next video. Let's talk about the next thing. I know I've been talking a lot about merch. Last week, you even saw me show and wear the merch. The merch will be out this week. I'll put the link. You go check it out on my Instagram at TravelManDan Instagram. And, well, it's going to go through a third party. You can click on the link. You'll go to my store. If you want to order the color, the size, I have shirts. I have TravelManDan, and I have Food Friday, just the flagship logo, and you can check out the hoodies. You can check out all the really cool socks and coffee mugs, and I'll be sure to go ahead, and it is coming out this week, and you will find out about it. So get ready for some TravelManDan merchandise. Let's go ahead and finish off the Coors Light. I'll give you my score, talk about a few things, and we'll roll into the next beer. Solid. That's all I gotta say. Solid beer. You know what you're getting with Coors Light. Can's not bad. You can go can or bottle. You can even go pitcher. You know, draft's always fun. But you know, born in the Rockies. I hope this inspired the Buffalo Bills to kick some ass next week against the Denver Broncos. You know, how many of these can I drink? I don't know. Give me a long afternoon and a lot of beers, and probably will do really well. Delicious. You know, got that really good just beer taste to it. Not too hoppy, not too malty flavor, a little bit sour, but nice, refreshing beer. I'm going to go ahead and give it a respectable 7.5. That's right, 7.5 for the Coors Light. All right. In case you haven't noticed, we are going with cans, so we don't need to use the TravelManDan Lucky bottle opener. But the next beer, all right, is going to be a little bit different, okay? We're going to have to drink it a little bit different because of, well, the mechanism that it comes in, and just the style of beer that it is. So let me show you, let me undress the next contestant in the weekly beer and video review show with TravelManDan. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, all the way from England, Boddington's Pub Ale. All right, okay, so Boddington's Pub Ale. Let's take a look. First of all, I love the black and yellow. Hate the Steelers, love the black and yellow color scheme. All right, really cool. It's got some bees on it. That's awesome. And if you know anything about TravelManDan, you know I love bees. Be sure to go and check out my videos on when I worked on a bee farm up in Northern California. Still one of the best times I've ever had filming. I got the raw honey right over there. Shouts out to my boy Stuart and his crew. Missed you guys. Hope to get up to North Dakota and check you guys out. But yeah, anyway, Boddington's Pub Ale. And the can, okay? So what was I talking about that's going to be different? Ladies and gentlemen, friends of mine from all over the world, we're bringing in a glass. What's up, Carter? How you doing? Sup? We are bringing in a glass, a pint glass, something you won't see a lot here on TravelManDan. You probably won't even see it in the videos when I'm traveling around the world. Matter of fact, I got called out the other day for not drinking out of a glass in Denmark. But here we are today. We're going to drink out of a glass. It is a tequila Patron glass, okay? I think this glass is like 12 years old when I used to work at a nightclub, but I'm not really quite sure where I got it from. But we're going to drink out of this because This is Boddington's Pub Ale, and if you know anything about these cans, there's some kind of like air compressor thing inside of it, and when you crack it, it leaves it with this really dense foam, just like you were pouring it at a pub, which is really cool and really fun. If you don't know, Guinness is really big at doing stuff like this. As a matter of fact, it says imported from Britain, so this is I don't know too much about it. It's from 1778. Ooh, it's 200 more. It's 200 years more older than Coors Light. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so it even has directions on the back. It says for best results, serve cold, but not ice cold. It's cold, but not ice cold. All right. Carefully open can. Okay, so this is a disclaimer. Be really careful if you open this can fast, because the way that the drought pub can is, it could sprout out and blow up in your face and stuff like that. We don't want any of that going on. Okay, and pour in a glass. Wait and watch the head on a perfect glass of Boddington's Pub Ale. Okay, all right. Let's see if we can get a percentage on this sucker. I'm looking around. I don't see any, but you know, I should probably do my homework, but like I said, I like to come to you guys raw and uninterrupted, unprepared. Just come out here and just have fun, enjoy the show, and see what comes of it. So I'll leave all that stuff when I go ahead and hit a roll or get something on Food Network or something like that. Okay, so I don't see anything here that lists any of the alcohol percentage, but being from England is probably strong. So let's go ahead and crack this sucker. Listen to the directions. We're gonna do it nice and slow. Whoa! Hope this doesn't blow up in my face. Listen to it hissing. It's like a snake. All right. Oh, okay, we got it. Woo! All right, now this is kind of like England's version of Guinness. And, you know, don't get me in the comments below. It's not Guinness or comparable. It's like English's. It's like Britain's version. Okay, so Poddington's Pub Ale. Jeez, I just had one Coors Light and I'm slurring all over the place. But that's what makes it fun. Let's go ahead and try this out. I can smell the grapey kind of juice. Now this is a nice, easy pour. We're gonna see how good Travel Man Dan is at pouring beer. Okay, not bad. TMD, right there with it. Okay, almost a perfect pour. Come on, baby, come on. Okay, much better. Look at this. Now, I'm gonna go ahead. There's a little bit left. Can we get it in there? Yeah, we're gonna have to take a sip. There's a little bit left, but not a bad pour. Okay, let's go ahead and try it out. Right away, it smells very grapey. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I don't know what that is, but it's got almost a grapey kind of sweet, nickel-y taste. Greetings from, hey, hi, Bart B. Paul. Nice to meet you. I am in Los Angeles, California. Thank you for joining me here live on this show today. Okay, let's go ahead and finish the rest of this. Oh, that's good. Okay, so if you hear that inside, that is some kind of like mechanism that keeps it so that it is like a pub ale. And so this is what we're drinking. The first sip, like I said, has a nice grape taste to it, has a nice flavor to it, a nice enjoyable kind of pub beer, okay? Doesn't this look like I'm at a pub now? Hey, mate, what you reckon me? Another high paste. I don't know, whatever that means, okay? All right, now let's get into what else I want to talk about. Guys, as I told you before, I work with a lot of students, and let me tell you a little story about a month and a half ago. I had one of the nicest compliments, one of the most humbling things that happened to me at one of the schools I work in. As a teacher, I've been teaching this kid for about 2 years. Really sweet kid, nice kid, really cool kid. Yeah, I had no idea he had this type of kind of skill. So this student of mine comes up to me and says, "Yo, Travel Man Dan, Mr. D, you know, I see you out here grinding, and I just wanted to go ahead and throw you up props. I make all these cool channel art. I make all these cool graphics. I make all these really cool things for people for YouTube and Instagram. Kind of, you know, he's a very artistic kid. Now, when I say kid, I mean like 11th grade. So, you know, and what he says, I see you out here grinding, and I'm gonna go ahead and make your new channel art. And I was put behind. I was flabbergasted and completely humbled. His student's name is Anthony. I'm not going to give you his last name, but Anthony, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. He went ahead and made some really great channel art for Travel Man Dan's YouTube channel. So after this video, I will be going ahead and throwing it up there, and you can see it. That is the new design. You'll see some really cool stuff that like kind of envisions the whole Travel Man Dan idea, and about traveling and having fun and Food Friday. And just really exciting. And like I said, for a student of mine to come up and do that, it just, Anthony, thank you so much, bud. If you ever see this particular video, you're a great kid, and just keep working at it, keep doing it. And mind you, he also makes really sick hip-hop beats. Okay, so yeah, you didn't know Travel Man Dan beatboxes, did you? That's for another later episode. But yeah, really fun, cool stuff, and I couldn't be more proud of this kid for going ahead and, not from me, not what he gave me, but just going out there and being a solid dude about it, and going ahead and creating stuff for people. And well, I'm putting it out there, so make sure you check for that new channel art. Let's go ahead and get into this. Boom, the Boddingtons. All right, well, one of the things that I will notice is it's got a really good smell to it. It's a bit of an, well, it's a nice sweet taste, okay? But it's got a flat taste to it. You know how sometimes when you drink beers and it's like this overpowering carbonation almost hits you here, and that's what lets you out that big belch? No, that was fake. But this one, really flat, nice and smooth, easy kind of tasting beer. So yeah, delicious so far, Boddingtons. Let me get into the videos that are coming out this week. Well, I told you I was in Lithuania, one of the coolest places ever. And, well, the first video was kind of just a walk around where I was going, didn't know much about it. But this next video that's coming out Wednesday, I enter into what's called Old Town Vilnius. And it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And it's a really amazing place because it's really small. I'd say, if I had to guess, probably about 4 square miles, and inside them are all these old ancient medieval kind of buildings with these beautiful red top, if you've seen the last video, red top roofs and things like that, and each one is kind of uniquely different. Cobblestone roads, lots of cool restaurants, bars, just shops, things to go around, knickknacks, bric-a-brac, things to buy. And well, I go ahead and give you a tour around there, and then we go into one of the castle towers that I preview on the old last video. And it's really cool because the castle tower is like, it's one of the original castle towers from the king, and it still sits atop Old Vilnius, and it's really fun. So make sure you check out this upcoming Wednesday's walk around Old Town Vilnius. Then, if you want to check out another great food, I get asked all the time, where's the best place to eat? What's this, that, dude, that? You know, always about food. People love food. You know, I like all food from all over the world. There's very few foods that I will turn down. Probably, even if it's like something scummy and slimy, I'll probably at least try it once. But this place I didn't know much about. It's Lithuanian food, and that's what brings me to one of my favorite all-time restaurants. The place is awesome. It's down, you go downstairs into like this cave kind of clay, and like you can feel the coolness from the clay, and it's just like this really interesting kind of old wine cellar thing, but done up really nice. The name of the place is called the Varas. Okay, I don't know too much about it. I don't even know if I said that correctly, but it has tradition Lithuanian food. And in this place, I go ahead and I sit down and I eat some like really delicious mushroom soup, wild mushroom soup out of this really nice like bread bowl full of rye bread. Absolutely delicious. And if you don't know zeppelinis, you should try them. They're fantastic. They're like raviolis, dumplings, and meatballs all mixed into one. And that video comes out next Friday. Really excited to show people the authentic Lithuanian food, because it is freaking outstanding. You know, it's I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing else to base it off of other than it's just really simple but complex food, much like Latvia, like potato, meat, vegetable, and the way that it's prepared is just awesome. And I'm really excited to show that to you. So be ready. Stay tuned. Lithuanian food is coming up this Food Friday. Without any more explanation, let's get back into this. Hey guys, if you enjoy this video, go ahead right now and put in the comments below. Tell me where you want to go. Give me your top 3 destinations anywhere in the world. I love to hear from people. That way we can kind of create a dialogue. And I love to hear where you'd like to go. Give me the top 3. Doesn't have to be like, oh, number 1, I must go here. Number 2, just give me 3 places that you really want to go more than anywhere else in the world. And I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and throw it down in the comments below. That's what brings me to my next segment of this show. It's called YouTube Shout Out. Ba-da, ba-da, dab. I don't know if dabbing's cool anymore. I don't think it is, but dab on you. Double dab, All right, there it is. Okay. But this is the YouTube shout out section that I like to bring to the show. It's brand new. It's kind of like, all right, hey guys, this is cool channel. Check them out. Now, this next channel that I want to talk about is really fun, it's really interesting, and it is heartwarming. Almost brings me to tears every time I watch it. It is called Animal Aid Unlimited India, and it is it's nothing says more than the title. It's videos of people helping animals in India survive, and they get caught in these little traps and things like that, and like these videos that I stumbled upon took the breath out of me, man. It's just really just heartwarming to see that there's people out there in the world. These little puppies got caught in tar and they got stuck, and like literally they're like, all they could do is move their eyes. They can't move their arms or whatever. And these people grab these little puppies, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this just makes you want to cry, And they like they're literally cutting trash off them because the tar is so thick and it starts to harden, and the puppy's not strong enough to get out of it. And he's acquired cans and papers and things, all kinds of shit trash all over him. And these people, they go ahead, and the way that they revive these puppies, they grab them, they oil them down with another thing, they take the tar off, and by the end of the video, they're walking around, running around like pups too. Really great stuff. It is called Animal Aid Unlimited India. Is an awesome channel. It'll freaking make you just like, it'll make you believe in the human race again. So thank you so much. I'm going to continue watching that. I'll go ahead and shout out, yes, you are Indian. Do you know this channel? Baro Bipal, do you know this channel? It's a freaking awesome. Check it out, man. It's like, it's so heartwarming to see this, and had total respect for these people, and glad to see them out there saving puppies. So check out the channel. I'll go ahead and throw it in the link below. You can check it out. Every week I'll be shouting out a new YouTube channel, whether I watch it, somebody else suggest it. So if you have a suggestion, let me know down in the comments below what channel people should be watching. I'd love to hear from you. Now let's go into the next segment called What Are You Watching? What Are You Reading? I'm gonna go quick now. So what am I watching? Well, I'm watching an old fun stuff. You know what I mean? You just put on that old nostalgic thing that brings back a lot of memories when you were kids. And this one brings back to 1991. I am watching the Toxic Crusaders cartoon. It is about the Toxic Avenger. He is like this slimy guy that gets covered in toxic waste, and he's fighting crime with a mop. It's a cartoon from the 90s where well, the cartoons in the early 90s were awesome. They kind of carried over from that Hanna-Barbera era. And if you haven't seen it, it's on Amazon or Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is called Toxic Crusaders. And the movie, I think, was made into the Toxic Avenger, but it's really good, man. If you want to check out a really fun cartoon from the 90s, I suggest going to Amazon Prime, checking out Toxic Crusaders. Fun stuff. That's what I'm watching. Let me know what you're watching in the comments below. Love to hear from you. What are you reading? Well, I'll show you what I'm reading. this is what I'm reading these days. These piled up over time, but now I got a chance to sit back and digest them. And I am reading the Griffith Observer. Okay, what are these? These are little pamphlets that the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, where I used to work, was an awesome time. Space Museum. I love you guys, the APSAs. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the museum guides, to the maintenance guys. To be honest with you, a part of my heart is missing because I had so much time, so much good times working there, and it's just a wonderful place. But this is like their monthly magazine that they put out, and it basically talks about stars, planets, what's happening in the space these days. And so this is what I'm getting into. Little articles about, the pre-main sequence of NGC 2264. That's a certain star. The hairbag AB stars, just stuff like this. All space considered. That's pretty cool. And you see that girl right there? That is Sarah Al-Ahmed and Dr. B. David Reitzel and Dr. E.C. Krupp. These guys, I all worked with them. So this is what's really cool, is all these articles inside these Griffith Observatories. Griffith Observers are written by people that I know, people that I've, ate lunch with, had laughs with, and just people I worked with over the years, and I really enjoyed it. And that's what I'm reading. Griffith Observatory, Griffith Observer. And I'm reading a few episodes here and there, or a few volumes. Everything's in an episode. Damn, I live in a fucking I live in a TV show. Sorry about that. I dropped an F-bomb, but that will happen occasionally. So let's get back into this beer. Okay. Tasty, refreshing, not overpowering, not gonna lay you out. Just a really good beer. And England is really famous for this Boddington's. It's been around for a long time, and well, I can't say enough about it. It's delicious, actually, and I'm really enjoying it. Now, I want to go ahead and I want to give you the quote of the week, and then I want to go ahead and close this sucker out. Boy, we're going already 42 minutes. Yo, hello, Carter Boss. Muffin Top is in the house. We are rocking here, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me. Thanks a lot for staying with me. We're already at 42 minutes almost. And, well, I appreciate you guys because, even if it's one person on here, I'll continue to do this. I absolutely love going out there and filming Travel Man Dan. But the weekly live shows are so much fun for me. And we're going to go ahead, and if you weren't here earlier, we're going to go ahead and we're going to deck up the set a little bit. Things are going to get a little more sophisticated and interesting. And we have people all the way from India joining us. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hats off to you. And let's now go into the last part of the segment. This is the quote of the week. And this quote was brought to me, or brought to my attention, by Helen Keller. And if you don't know Helen Keller, she was she was deaf and she was blind, and well, I'll let you guys, without getting too historical, you probably already know who she is. This is what she said, and this is the quote of the week. Keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see a shadow. I mean, think about that quote. This is coming from a woman that has no hearing and no sight. And she's saying, keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see the shadow. Okay? And what this is saying is, keep your face to things that are good. Look at the good in life. Look at the positive things. Look at the things that are going to be inspiring and bright and fantastic in your world. And without being too crazy or whimsical and stuff like that, I'm talking about things that are good. Things that bring sunshine to your life, okay? Because shadow, whatever you want to call it, shade, those things are not good. If you dwell on the negativity in life, you will not be able to see the sunshine. You will not be optimistic. You will not be positive. And each and every one of us, no matter what you do, it is all relative to your lifestyle. You have something that you can commit to. You have something to bring to the table, to bring to society, to bring to human life. Okay, something positive, something optimistic. So keep your face in that sunshine, look to it, and keep improving yourself and getting better. And I think ultimately, if you're in the sunshine, you're probably happy, okay? So stay happy, keep your face in there. You won't be in the shadows, you won't be in the darkness. You will see the light, all that good stuff. And that is real talk there from Helen Keller, a person that was blind and deaf, okay? Now, everything works in my body, and I'm blessed to have that, okay? And so I'm going to take this and I'm going to look at it and say to myself, you know what, Danny? Look to the sunshine. Be optimistic, okay? Because life, you have a chance to kind of not even look in the shadows over there and look at all the nice things. So that's what I'm going to leave with you. That's Helen Keller's quote, and that's the quote of the week. And that is, one more time, keep your face to the sunshine and you won't see the shadows. All right. Man, I get so hopped up on inspiration. I get so excited and I just want to explode with happiness out here, you know. So I wish you guys all a good week. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna slap down the rest of this Boddington's. I'm gonna give it a score. I'm gonna say things. Thank you for the support. Really, Borrow. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, it's a slow crawl. I don't know, my YouTube channel, me as an entertainer, me as a host, I hope it gets huge. But right now, I have to do the work. And thank you, because you guys are out there watching me and inspiring me. So however I can inspire you, let it be known that I will, okay? And let it be known that if I can ever help in any small way, I will definitely do my very best at it. All right, let's go ahead and try this last bit. There it is, baby. Smooth. Okay, lastly, I'd like to leave you with the Boddington score. Okay, the Boddington's is a flat, easy beer, okay? Even though I can feel it's a little stronger because I'm definitely feeling a little redness in the cheeks and stuff like that. But not overpowering, okay? Is it heavy? No. That's what I'm most surprised at. It's not a heavy, thick beer. Sometimes when you drink a Guinness, you feel bloated, but not at all with the Boddingtons. It's got almost that weird grapey taste to it. Remember, if you get that weird can that has the sugar in it, make sure you pour it in a glass. I did an absolute good pour. No complaints here. So Boddingtons, I know what you're gonna say to this video. Like I said, I'm giving you off of my opinion, my taste. Really pleased with it. Delicious beer. Could I drink 20 of them? Probably not. I'd end up face down in the mud, rolling around in a volleyball net. But will I drink more of it? Absolutely. Delicious beer. I'm going to go ahead and give it the ranking also at a 7.5. Okay, this is not a comparison between Coors Light and Boddington's. That is Boddington's score, and that is a pretty dang good score. 7.5, that's what I'm bringing it in today. Guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the weekly beer and video review show. This is the longest I've ever gone. Each week keeps on getting longer. Oh, you never know. Maybe we'll have some guests. Maybe we'll have an hour-long show. Definitely going to change up the set a little bit. Thanks a lot for joining me. I'm Travel Man Dan, and remember, there's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it.